Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight, it's that time again, folks. It's update season! Woo! So, let's get straight into this. You guys know that I read the patch notes in their entirety so that you don't have to. And we have a significant amount of patch notes to get through, so if you guys are hungry, maybe grab a snack, get you some water. It's going to be a minute. But let's get this party started. July update, Skyward Endeavors. The maintenance times for all platforms will be July 1st from 2 to 5:30 a.m. Central Time, 7 to 10:30 a.m. UTC. Update size for the Xbox One S and X is 4.1 gigabytes. For the Xbox Series S and X, 4.3 gigabytes. For the PS4, 4 gigabytes. For the PS5, 948 megabytes, so just under 1 gigabyte. iOS and Android will be a 1000 megabytes, a 1 gigabyte download with another 1 gigabyte download inside the game. July update, Skyward Endeavors. Ahoy, captains! Another update is on its way to the legendary seas. As usual, you can prepare for the battles to come by redeeming the code J5B VT9 SPT2 at wowslegends.com/code-redeemer. This time you'll receive 1 summer big crate, 6 red, white, and blue camos, and 6 common battle boosters. If you don't want to read the whole article, here's what's new in this update. The Grey Ghost campaign featuring U.S. Tier 7 premium aircraft carrier Enterprise. The Star Trek collaboration in World of Warships Legends. U.S. Independence Day event. Early access to U.S. hybrid battleships. The Winged Admiral calendar with a new U.S. battleship commander. New arcade battle type. 3 new ranked seasons. And balance changes to carriers and more. First, let's start with the Grey Ghost campaign. Meet the headliner of this campaign. New U.S. Tier 7 Premium Battle Carrier... See? They got me screwed up already. Premium Aircraft Carrier, the Enterprise. The most famous historical ship. The most decorated ship in the United States Navy history. And she did it all in one war. Unlike USS New Jersey, who got her battle stars across like a 40 or 50 year service history. So, yeah, a little bit more impressive for the Enterprise. She's equipped with precise bombers with high survivability, capable of dealing devastating damage by dropping powerful armor-piercing bombs. Oh boy. These characteristics, combined with good movement speed and maneuverability, make Enterprise a game changer even in the most difficult battles. Plus, starting from July 1st, aircraft carriers will become available on mobile devices, so don't hesitate to join this campaign if you're a mobile player. The campaign, as usual, consists of 100 milestones spread across 5 weeks and includes the catch-up mechanic. Check out the campaign rewards with and without the Admiralty backing below. Does anybody else think it's a coincidence that the Enterprise is coming out at the same time that the Star Trek collab is going on? I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that was planned. It's like, oh, we're going to bring out the Enterprise. Oh, yeah, let's do a Star Trek collaboration. I bet there's a crossover between the two. Let's see if I'm right. The Grey Ghost. Available without Admiralty backing, you can get all of this. Whoops, it didn't highlight. Where's my highlighter? Really? What? Screw it. You get all of that, worth up to 13,875 doubloons. And additionally, with Admiralty backing, you get what you've already seen. Mother trucker. What the heck is going on? Plus, all of this. For it, including the Tier 7 premium aircraft carrier, the USS Enterprise. With a total Admiralty backing bonus of up to 64,290 doubloons worth of things. The Star Trek collaboration. Let's see if we can name who these are. So we got Picard, obviously, Jean-Luc Picard, which is going to be interesting because we already have Jean-Luc Pickup in the game as a premium commander from one of the Halloween events, I believe, or maybe it was the space event, but definitely already in there. We got a Klingon over here. I don't know if that's Worf or another Klingon of some sort. This looks like Spock over here on the right side, but I could be wrong. And then I'm not sure exactly who this is up here, but it definitely kind of looks familiar. I just don't remember. Somebody's going to have to let me know. I love Star Trek. I'm not going to remember everybody. But yeah, this definitely looks like Spock. I could be wrong. It could just be some random Vulcan or even a Romulan. I can't tell. And then, of course, this is Jean-Luc Picard. This is a Klingon of some sort. And then this, yeah, I don't know. Maybe a Ferengi? Nah, that'd be bigger ears sticking out there. I don't know. It's weird. We are pleased and proud to announce our new collaboration with Star Trek. The iconic characters from this beloved series have warped into World of Warships Legends at Warp Factor 9. Truly a gift for all fans of science fiction and TV classics. Stay tuned for more details coming soon. Yeah, so, shocker, there's an aircraft carrier. Anybody want to take a guess as to what aircraft carrier this might be? And then we have what appears to be a, let's see, this would definitely be, okay, so they're all in front of their own ships. Okay, so we have a Vulcan ship over here, or possibly Romulan, because it's got the little thing here. If you guys don't know the lore between the Vulcans and Romulans, they're technically the same race, but they split apart from one another because the Vulcans suppress their emotions while the Romulans don't. Right? That's about the gist of it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Did I get that right? I love Star Trek, but it's been a little while, so I haven't, I'm not brushed up on my stuff. But we definitely got some sort of Klingon warbird over here. I wonder if it's got cloaking. Huh? Wouldn't that be fun? It's a destroyer, so it basically, or it looks like it's a destroyer, so basically it's cloaking. Then we got maybe, let's see, cruiser battleship? Question mark? I don't know. But yeah, this looks familiar, but I just cannot place it for the life of me. I think this is actually a Vulcan and this is a Romulan. I don't know. Somebody gonna have to let me know. But this looks like Spock to me, so I would say that this is probably, never mind. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. I'm going to upset all the Trekkies out there who are just yelling at me right now. How dare you? That's clearly blah, 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 blah. We already know. U.S. Independence Day celebrations. Let's celebrate the 4th of July together with a bunch of themed content. First of all, several new U.S. hybrid battleships are arriving in early access, along with a new commander, Joseph Reeves, who can be obtained by completing this update's Winged Admiral calendar. And what's a good celebration without new missions? From July 1st through August 5th, you can complete 4 Independence Day missions playing American ships, including the new hybrid battleships, and receive the event currency Impendium. That sounds more... Never mind. You can spend Impendium on various goods in the store, including skins for the U.S. hybrid battleships and Golden Eagle skins for the Kansas and the Florida. Oh, they didn't put the Golden Eagle skin in for the freaking Vermont? Sadness. Plus, the new legendary hybrid battleship Louisiana is also available for Impendium if you manage to accumulate quite a sum through missions and the Waves of Liberty random bundle. This is a legendary hybrid battleship, Louisiana. So this is legendary tier. So, this is our first, no, because we've had like Yoshino, I think, was a legendary that had to go through one of these sort of events. That's why I don't have it. But yeah. But you also have to end up buying crates to finish out to get the Impendium required to get it. It's going to be a thing. Waves of Liberty. The Waves of Liberty random bundle will help you get enough Impendium to purchase Louisiana and new skins for the United States hybrid battleships in early access. It also offers a chance to get U.S. Tier 8 cruiser. Now, this is the part that I'm going to get wrong. Now, for me, this is Vallejo, as in Vallejo, California, right? However, knowing that most of the cities out there in California have a Spanish heritage, aka mostly Mexico heritage, because it was part of Mexico for a while. Shocker. We took it. This, I believe, would be called Vallejo. Something like that. Am I wrong? Vallejo? Any of my Spanish speakers out there are gonna have to correct me in the comments or tell me how amazing I am for getting that correct. But I think I'm pretty close. An 80% discount coupon on select American ships and lots of commander progression items on top. You can obtain this bundle once to receive a random set of items, or multiple times to increase your chances of collecting all the possible items. New U.S. hybrid battleships. The absolute abominations of the ocean. I hate everything about these. Everything. Especially the ones that are built on my favorite class, the Iowa class, hull. Definitely hate them. Sadness. Anyway, let's keep this going. We've prepared a new tech tree line of U.S. hybrid battleships from Tier 6 to Tier 8. Available in Tier 8? That's interesting. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, like, you guys remember, carriers are only available on Tiers 3, 5, 7, and Legendary Tier. Every other tier, right? So these are going to kind of fill in the gaps. Interesting. Available in early access in this update, Connecticut, Nebraska, and Delaware. Each of these ships is equipped with a powerful airstrike feature using torpedo bombers. And they say airstrike for a reason. It is much like the D7P that we had in the game from the last update. So, I called it. You're welcome. Everybody's like, oh, submarines. Not yet. I'm not saying they're not coming, but they're not coming yet. But I was like, when the D7P came out, the first thing that came to my mind was hybrid battleships were coming. And here they are. Shocker. Anyway, you can obtain Connecticut, Nebraska, and Delaware from USN Hybrid Battleships crates and USN Hybrid Battleships big crates, which will be available in the store during this update for doubloons or impendium. These crates can also be earned through the Grey Ghost campaign and the Winged Admiral calendar. Besides the ships in early access, we're also presenting the new legendary hybrid battleship Louisiana. She will be available in the store for impendium, the event currency we mentioned above. Note that it's not your last chance to get Louisiana. You don't have to go and spend a boatload of money and time grinding all this stuff to get it right now, unless you want to. This will be available next summer as a free bureau project to research. However, you have a unique opportunity to try her out right now, a year in advance. We'll see. In other words, they want to see how broken she is before she gets released en masse or en masse. Winged Admiral Calendar. Joseph Reeves is a new historical commander and strong leader for the United States hybrid battleships. He comes with a full set of unique skills designed specifically to enhance the airstrike power of your American hybrids. To get Joseph Reeves, complete the new calendar, a 3-week series of daily missions available from July 1st through August 5th. The base trait is Football Helmet. Reduces the damage of bombs and torpedoes launched by aircraft at your ship by up to 16%. And it also improves your ship's sea and air detectability by up to 2%. Unique set of airstrike-based skills. Bird's Eye View. Improves airstrike and main battery range up to 4%. Sea Wings. Increased airstrike aircraft. That's a mouthful. Cruising speed. Anyway. And the ship's maximum speed by up to 4%. Naval Aviator increases the speed of your airstrike torpedoes by up to 4 knots, reduces their arming time by up to 8%, and increases their damage by up to 4%. That is a lot for one perk. Iron Feathers increases airstrike aircraft hit points. That's even more of a... Good lord. I think they're trying to mess with me here. Up to 16%, and the ship's maximum hit points by up to 6%. Shows the direction of the closest enemy ship if your ship has airstrike. So if you've got one of your airstrikes ready, you will essentially have Twist and Track or Perceptive to let you know where the closest ship is. As you progress towards unlocking this commander, you can earn numerous rewards, including several USN hybrid battleships crates. You'll also have an additional 2 weeks to fully complete the calendar, with the option to recover missed days for 250 doubloons each. More details coming soon. A new battle type, Arcade Battles. This update introduces Arcade Battles, a completely new, faster-paced battle type that will be permanently available alongside Versus AI and Standard Battles. Starting from account level 4, you can try these dynamic battles with simplified mechanics and randomly composed teams of 5. In Arcade Battles, you'll fight with and against other players, with AI filling in if there aren't enough players to complete the team. Any non-carrier ships of Tier 1 through Tier 6 are allowed. Now this is an interesting thing, because this is going to be something that I think AI-only players, you guys know who you are. I'm not hating, I'm just saying that there are people that legitimately only play in AI matches. This might be a way for you guys to kind of wet your whistle and dip your toes into the water of going into standard battles and not be as scary, because you're still going to have some AI in there probably. So for those of you out there who are AI-only commanders, are you interested in this new Arcade Battles? Those of you who aren't AI, those of you who do play a lot of standard, are you guys interested in Arcade Battles? I'll be interested to see what you guys have to think down in the comments below, so make sure you leave it down there. I will be reading it. Ranked Seasons 56 through 58. Ranked Battles are returning with 3 new seasons, starting on July 2nd. This time, you'll compete in teams of 3 with a limit of 1 destroyer per team and no aircraft carriers. Ship tiers will vary from Tier 5 to Tier 7 depending on the season. Loads of rewards await you, with up to 3,600 steel available for completing all 3 seasons. Take 3,600, divide it by 3, and you get 1,200, which is the same amount of steel that you always got from it. So I don't know, I don't really like... Loads of rewards! No, it's the same amount. Anyway, balance changes. A few new balance changes await you in this update, described in detail in our traditional Ministry of Balance article. I will definitely be checking out the Ministry of Balance article after we finish the patch notes, so hang in there. Once again, we've tweaked aircraft carriers a bit to improve their balance after the rework. The aircraft restoration time now takes longer for most carriers. Aircraft health and hangar size have also been adjusted in some cases. Additionally, we've reduced the aircraft speed for most carriers. These changes should help surface ships ward off repeated attacks from aircraft carriers. Here's a quick overview of the other changes. Buffs to the Tirpitz. Buffs to the Tirpitz B. Buffs to the Vallejo. Nerfs to the secondary interest and commander skill. Improvements and bug fixes. For all platforms, Independence's torpedo bombers now look more historically accurate. The campaign milestone pop-up screen now appears immediately after the battle. Thank God. Instead of showing unexpectedly after a delay. Yes, thank you. We don't need jump scares in World of Warships Legends, okay? God, that was annoying. Thank you for getting rid of that. And fixed a few minor visual artifacts. Yeah, there were some interesting things that happened in the during this update. I've seen other artifacts out there, whether it be just random like flickering of ships, and I've also seen situations where, like, I had a Conqueror, for instance. I had a Conqueror coming towards me that literally had a bug that I've never seen on any other ship. But basically, his entire turret was painted in Vanta black. It was like you were staring into the void. There was no texture, no light bouncing off of it, nothing. It was just black. It was as black could be. It was literally like it was painted in Vanta black. If you don't know what that is, that's that paint that literally turns everything into just the blackest black you can black. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so that's a thing. Console fixed the synchronization of in-game trophy achievement progresses on console, so trophies and achievements now correctly unlock on the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live. Fixed camera twitching when using binoculars on aircraft carriers. Fixed incorrect colors of players' aircraft markers when playing in a division. For the mobile players out there, aircraft carriers are now available on mobile devices starting on Monday, July 1st. Improved the port viewing angle to provide a better look at the ships. Fixed the information box about inspirations that appear when upgrading a commander to the legendary rank. Fixed textures sometimes appearing too bright with medium and low graphics settings on iOS 17 and higher. Get ready for epic battles and victories on the sea and in the sky. It's time to turn the tide. And for me, I'm going to turn the page and go to the Ministry of Balance article. So, here we go. Hello and welcome to the July edition of the Ministry of Balance. This update brings a mix of changes to ships and skills and a second amendment for aircraft carriers. Surface combatants, the Vallejo. During testing, it was noted that the Vallejo didn't offer much in the way of unique features when compared to her peers. We've decided to rework the ship from into an SAP slinging light cruiser. Main battery maximum range increased from 15.33 to 15.48 kilometers, so a very small increase to the main gun range. HE shell replaced with SAP shells. SAP shell damage set to 3,500. SAP shell penetration set to 42 mil, which is pretty insane because that's going to allow you to pin a lot with that SAP. SAP minimum ricochet angle is set to 70 degrees, and SAP maximum ricochet angle is set to 80 degrees. Rudder shift time reduced from 10 to 8.4 seconds. Repair party consumable, aka the heal, improved from 10 to 40% for Citadel damage repairs. Addition, she also gets main battery reload booster. 2 charges with a 120-second reload time and a 16-second duration, and a 50% reload time reduction while active. Interesting. The Tirpitz and the Tirpitz B. The original campaign ship, Tirpitz, is getting... Is that the original campaign ship? Oh, campaign battleship. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Atlanta was the first campaign ship. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll give you the Tirpitz as the first battleship. Anyway, the original campaign battleship, Tirpitz, is getting improved along with her Black Fleet variant. She's getting improvements to various parameters, including main battery accuracy and secondary battery range. Basically, they're giving you even more reasons to say, why play the Bismarck? At all. You've got the battle cruisers that are better in every single way than the Bismarck. Now the Tirpitz and the Tirpitz B are getting buffed to be at least as good, if not better. I mean, they were already better than the Bismarck, in my opinion, but now it's going to be even better. Main battery shell grouping is increased by 2.5% from a 1.9 to a 1.95 sigma, making it one of the most accurate battleships in terms of shell grouping in the game. To put that into perspective, it's pretty accurate. Secondary battery base firing range increased from 5.5 to 6 kilometers, so a little bit of a buff to the secondary range. Not too crazy, so Bismarck still has the range advantage, so that's good, since that's the only thing the Bismarck has. Ship speed increased from 30.5 to 31 knots, and the ship hit point pool increased from 69,300 to 72,500, with the hit location hit points increased proportionally. So depending on where, they added hit points to the overall hit points, so then they break up that hit points to the different areas of the ship. Meaning you are less likely to be saturated and more likely to receive more damage through your superstructure and so on. Secondary interest. The unique legendary skill for Enrique Fernandez is proving especially strong. No shit, Sherlock. You think? Man, if only somebody had been talking about this for months. But, hey, they're finally getting around to it, I guess. So we're dialing it back a notch. Enhanced secondary targeting cooldown time reduction decreased from maximum of 35 to 30. So a little bit of a nerf. Not crazy, but a little bit. And then the special effect improvements to secondary battery dispersion, reload time, and main battery reload time, while the enhanced secondary targeting consumable is active, reduced from 10 to 8%. So it's a pretty minor nerf overall. But still, little changes here and there. Aircraft carriers. This Second Amendment for aircraft carriers brings increases for aircraft restoration time and aircraft hit points to make anti-aircraft defenses a clear and present danger for carrier aircraft. Now again, since most of these changes are going to be either repeats for their tiers or just general in nature, I'm just going to scroll through. You guys can pause this at any time on a ship that you're particularly interested in to read it yourself, because there's just too many ships here. And as you can see, we've got 9 pages of aircraft carriers to go through the changes on. So again, I'm not going to read it all. I'm just going to scroll through, let you guys stop it wherever you want, and you guys can do what you got to do. But for me, it's not something I'm going to sit here and read all of this out, because most of it is just going to be straight up repeats for their tier for the most part. Might be slight variations here and there, but that's why you guys can pause at any time and be able to do what you got to do. But we're just going to scroll straight through and get this done, because I think this is actually the end. I don't think there's anything after the aircraft carriers. Yeah. So thank you for reading. We hope that you enjoy the new changes coming in the July update. So let me know what you guys think. What is your favorite part of the upcoming update? Are you interested in the new hybrid battleships? Are you interested in the new Star Trek collaboration? Are you interested in the Enterprise coming in? Are you upset that the Atlantico is getting a tiny little nerf? Are you excited for the Vallejo? All of these things, leave down in the comments below. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.